From Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
From warmth and sunshine to snow and high winds, a weather shift to start your work week. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Krista Boehm. You can expect to see quite a change when you wake up tomorrow after enjoying the sun outside the last 2 days. Let's go to meteorologist Justin Fanfarelli right away tonight for a look at what you can expect in your area. Justin?
And thank you, Krista. Good evening, everybody. So temperatures have warmed up pretty nicely even through the day today after that cold front and the snow that came through last night in some portions of our area. Let's take a look at the current temperatures right now at 32 in Fargo. We're into the upper 30s. You make your way out toward Valley City, Jamestown, and Devil's Lake. And the cooler air across portions of Minnesota, Bemidji, and Wadena are into the mid-20s right now. Now, here is the current radar loop. We are seeing some rain showers, Jamestown and points north, and some snow showers approaching Devil's Lake, Grand Forks, and into the international border up toward Northland, Minnesota. This is where the heaviest and steadiest snow will fall as we go through the overnight period. We're not expecting that much, maybe a couple of inches if we're lucky up toward these areas, but we do have that brisk northerly wind that's going to be blowing it around out there. And because of that, we do have a winter weather advisory in effect. This is for Northland, Minnesota. Portions of the Northern Valley went into effect at 9 p.m. tonight and will last until 6 a.m. tomorrow with the light snow and the blowing snow. Best chance for that will come late this evening and into the early overnight period. And then temperatures will plummet. We'll be near 10 degrees into the Fargo area as we go through tomorrow morning, but the snow will be out of here. We'll have a full details on what to expect, where they're going to get the snow, and where we're going to go from here coming up later in the newscast.
Guests at a Detroit Lakes motel have been allowed back inside their rooms tonight after being evacuated for reports of a man with a gun. Becker County Sheriff says they were assisting Otter Tail County in a harassment restraining order arrest for a 49-year-old man of Dent at the 59er motel. When officers approached the room, they heard the man through a window say he had a gun and made threats to himself and to officers if they came inside. The Otter Tail County SWAT team was called in, but officers on scene were able to convince the man to give himself up peacefully before they arrived. Officers then discovered there was no gun at the scene after officers convinced him to walk out peacefully. His name has not been released. A Fargo man was arrested for allegedly breaking into a car wash and a church after police found him fully naked and burning pages from a Bible to keep warm. Police say 21-year-old Chance Zahn was intoxicated when they found him. He now faces 2 counts of burglary and 1 count of arson. Fargo police first responded to a call at Don's Car Wash on 52nd Avenue South just before 4:30 this morning for an alarm going off. When officers arrived, they could see a window had been broken. Inside, they found wet clothing and footprints that led them to the roof of the building. And police say video surveillance at Don's Car Wash showed Zahn got locked out and then he slid down the outside of the building. He then ran across the street to St. Anne and Yoakum Church. Officers found a broken glass window there and eventually found Zahn inside and fully naked. A message of public safety from Beltrami County Sheriff's Office after responding to several heroin overdoses this weekend. They say their office and Bemidji police responded to 4 calls Saturday to people overdosing on heroin. 1 person died and 3 others were hospitalized. The sheriff's office says it's concerned about local distribution of the drug and are urging people to closely monitor any friends or family they know using drugs and to know the signs of an overdose. How qualified is your family's doctor? And are your doctor's qualifications not as advertised? The Fargo VA lists online which providers are licensed and board certified and which ones are not. But our own investigation found that what is listed is either not true or impossible for the average healthcare consumer to find out. While the VA stands by the qualifications of their doctors, our own investigation found that doctors listed as board certified didn't work there anymore, weren't certified, or it was impossible to confirm.
So I think it's harmful to patients when people say there's something that they're not. And the most important thing between a doctor and patient is trust.
Be sure to watch Monday on Valley News Live 10 at 10 for Bradford Eric's investigation into doctors at the Fargo VA. A Grand Forks man was arrested early this morning after crashing his vehicle into a home. It happened at 615 9th Avenue South around 3:30 a.m. in Grand Forks. Police say 26-year-old Cody Genvy left a nearby alley, drove through a fence, and eventually hit the house. The collision caused a power outage to that home. Genvy was treated at the scene for minor injuries and refused further medical attention. He was then arrested for driving under the influence and reckless driving. A church in Valley City is remembering heartbreak while they move forward inside their new place of worship. In 2013, Faith Lutheran Church was destroyed by fire that was started by two people. The church has since been torn down and now rebuilt with the help of the local community. Valley News Team's Natalie Parsons explains how it turned out to be a blessing in disguise for the church.
A charred, boarded-up church is all a distant memory as Faith Lutheran Church has risen to new life.
There was some anticipation built up, and it was pretty exciting when we opened the doors.
An arsonist act in October 2013 brought flames to this home of faith, and 28 months later, Faith Lutheran Church is anew with its first official service.
You have a place here, that there's room for you here, and just relax and be in God's presence.
A large stained glass window welcomed an emotional congregation and a carving of the Last Supper that took 3 months to finish, all to create a non-traditional wide worship space. Now when Pastor Jolene addresses the congregation, she can see everyone.
You're in a really long space. When you're up front, you can't see the people in the very back.
The new and improved Faith Lutheran Church came at a cost of $2.6 million, primarily coming from fundraising to rebuild what was destroyed.
The congregation was so good to work with. The committees were good to work with.
There are still a few minor details that need finishing up as this new chapter begins, knowing good things do come out of hard times.
Everyone is just so excited for the future.
I think it's a really great send-off for this new facility.
In Valley City, Natalie Parsons, Valley News Live.
More than 300 people attended the first service at the new Faith Lutheran Church. And a reminder to use extreme caution on lakes as ice conditions appear to deteriorate rapidly. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office responded to a call of an ATV that had fallen through the ice on the southwest side of Lake Mary this morning. Authorities say the caller could not tell if anyone was around the ATV or in the water. Deputies responded using an airboat and learned the ATV had fallen through the ice the evening before. The people riding it were able to make it to shore safely. The driver had been ice fishing on the lake and was driving across it on the ATV when it fell through. No injuries were reported and the machine was removed by the owner.